Hey guys, it's Jess, and I'm back with the third question that I was asked. I was only asked 3. I asked y'all for more questions, but I'm gonna let y'all live. I know y'all got stuff to do, okay? A friend of mine asked me, what's your current workflow for editing videos? I'm going to do an actual, like, live screen capture of me editing so you can see how I edit. But I'm just gonna explain a little bit of how I edit and the quickest way to do it. And especially doing this Vlogtober stuff where I have to do this every single day. If I'm not filming every single day, I'm editing, whatever, I'll explain it in a second. But before we begin, if you guys have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button to join that worldwide fam and hit the notification bell so you know I'm gonna holler at you, and let's get right into it. The way I do my longer videos is I like to get all of my speaking points written down first, because what'll happen is if I try to just sit down and do the video, I'll lose my train of thought, which happens often. And so I make like a mini script. Depending on the type of video, I'll write like an entire script. And if it's something where I really am comfortable with the material, I just need some points to like make sense and to keep you guys interested, I'll just make little bullet points, you know? And then I'll keep it behind my camera so I can check it out, look back at the camera, and then do my thing. For something like Vlogtober, where I have to do something every day, what I either do is I grab a question, because I have friends ask me questions about stuff all the time. So I either grab a question or something that's currently happening or something that I want to talk about, or I'll like write something down to like help me think about like the point that I want to make. And especially in shorter videos like this, where I kind of just have to say one thing and get to the point, I really try to just keep all that writing and script and stuff to a minimum. Once I do that, if it's a video like a beauty video or skincare video where I need to upload shots and stuff like that, or transitions, what I'll do is, that's why sometimes my uploads are late, I'll make the thumbnail, I'll make the product shots, I'll get PNG, if you don't know what it is, look it up, PNG files of all the products that I'm using. I'll make the info cards and all that kind of stuff to make it look really interesting, like what I'll put here for my Korean morning skincare routine. Everything you see here, I made from scratch. All the animations, all the little cards, all the colors and everything I put together by myself. That's why this video took so long. So that's something that I'll do as well. So once all my graphics are done, I'll put them in a folder, and then I'll just put them in a bin into my editing folder. And once I get them in my editing folder, I just can go. So like my intro, oh, I don't have an intro anymore. I used to, my old channel. But I have an outro that's already done with music, animations, and everything. It's already done. I literally drag and drop it at the end. And then everything else is separated, organized in a bin. For videos like this, I don't have stuff to put in between. There's no bin. To be completely honest, I really do a lot of editing on the fly. So I don't sit down and do everything for every video. I'll kind of just do what inspires me. So like for my first video back onto this channel, I'll like say something or I'll do something, and like my brain works in music, so I'll say something, it'll remind me of the song, so I'll insert a clip from that song there or whatever that matches whatever I'm saying. And that literally happens like while I'm editing. So my computer is like, my computer was originally built for PC gaming and video editing, so I could run all this stuff, but I'll have Adobe Premiere Pro, which is the program that I primarily use for video editing. And then like while that's open, I'll be like, oh, I want to make this thing, or I want to add this thing, and I'll like throw it into Photoshop and do something to it, export it to Premiere Pro, because they all work together. And then I'll like have YouTube open because I'm like, oh, you know, I'll listen to that song or whatever, or I'll have like SoundCloud open to look for music. It's just like, even though I have like certain ways to do stuff, I get struck with like this little creativity bug like while I'm working, and everything I do is not pre-planned all the time. So I'm gonna do a specific video, like I said, for my actual editing process and how I edit, so you can see how I do it. I don't really want to explain it here, because if you don't know how to use an editing program, everything I'm gonna say is gonna sound really confusing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I do a lot of stuff on the fly. It's a lot of work, and this is why when people come to me and tell me, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel, I'm like, do you really want to? Like, do you have the time, first of all? And they're like, yeah, I mean, I can do some stuff. And I'm like, no, baby, it is a lot of work, okay? And it's like, it's not a lot of money per se, but Adobe only has a creative suite, so there is a subscription plan for that. There is, you know, I use my fiance's camera because I didn't really like my camera, so I sold it. I need better lenses, you know, like right now, because he doesn't really use it, he only has a kit lens. Now I have to buy more lenses. You know, I spend a lot of time, I have a full-time job and I spend a lot of time editing. You know, my longer videos take me about 8 hours to edit, and it's a lot. I have a notebook just full of scripts, pages of ideas. Like, there's a lot that goes into doing YouTube and a lot that goes into editing. So I always tell people, don't get started unless you have the time, because you do not understand like how long this stuff really takes. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'll do the video with the actual, you know, workflow, like me just editing whatever. And then another time in a longer video, probably after Vlogtober, because I do not have time to explain and edit and do all this stuff at the same time. But yeah, look out for that. So thank you guys again for coming back, for watching. If you weren't convinced before, I hope I convinced you now to hit that subscribe button down below to become part of that worldwide fam. And I will see you guys somewhere out there in the world or tomorrow.
It's time to jump